dropping work and they buck another day, another dollar to make, and I'll be on the block all night grinding. I don't take no breaks. All day grinding. I don't take no breaks. All night grinding. I don't take no breaks. Hey, 'cause I do it the hustler way.
Hi, the Nakfa family. We're here today with our special guest, Winta from Maye Health. She's here to talk to us about her great business and all the things that she's been doing. Winta, welcome. How are you?
I'm good, thanks. Thanks for having me, Adam.
Hey, and that's our pleasure. It's great to have you, and today we hope to ask some questions and find out more about your business and a little bit about you. So, yeah, why don't you tell me where a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay. My name is Winta. Winta Desta. I'm from Ottawa originally, so I'm not from the Six, but I have been here for quite a while now. I grew up in Ottawa. I eventually moved to Thunder Bay actually to do university, and then found my way here in Toronto as of 2014. I played basketball all my life, still really involved in it as a basketball coach, and I work as a physiotherapist. So I work mostly with kids and teens, but I do also work with adults as well. And yeah, I'm also the founder of Maye Health, which is a health education platform. So we have a website, Instagram page, where we provide health education for Eritreans.
That's cool. That's awesome. So yeah, tell us a little bit about your inspirations, like what got you started, what led you down this path.
So for me growing up, I was pretty active. I liked to play sports, as I said before. And in high school I played a little bit of everything, but sort of basketball was my main passion. And through that, I was physically active, I enjoyed being active, and I also had, a passion for helping people in all of the things that I did. I volunteered a lot when I was younger, but I also was passionate about health because I had a lot of people in my life who got sick or passed away, prematurely, and so that was always sort of top of mind of like, how do we increase longevity? How do we make people healthier and live longer? So that's sort of what brought me to, eventually pursuing a career in physiotherapy. I thought originally I'd probably go into medicine because how much of people are like, doctor, engineer, or lawyer. But that didn't end up working out for me, and I didn't want to sort of like continue to pursue it. And I was actually really happy with working as a physiotherapist. I think it sort of matched my personality, and I was able to really build relationships, which was really important for me for work. Was like being able to work closely with people and help them be their best self. So I know I can do that as a physio, and I know that's sort of what I want to do, like going forward, maybe in different industries going forward though.
That's awesome. Having that blend of work and passion and being able to like get that perfect balance, it's a rarity. It's great that you found that. But we wanted to know about some of the challenges that you may have found in this field, or some of the good and bad experiences that you've found, not just working in this field, but just with everything that's been going on.
Yeah, early on, my biggest challenge, I guess, was, adjusting. Like our family life had changed quite a bit when I was younger. So unfortunately, my father passed away when I was 11, and that changed sort of what my role was in our family. And I had to do, a bit more at home and help out a bit more. But that also, gave me a bit more of like hunger or fire, I guess, to like really do really well in school. So I could get a scholarship, and gave me a bit of direction. So, there were some positives that came out of that for sure. And then, when I was in school, I went to school in Thunder Bay, so I went to school far away, so I didn't get to see my family much. I got to play basketball, which was awesome, but I was away from home. There weren't any Eritrean people there, there weren't very many Black people there, let alone Eritrean people there. If we're going to be completely frank with it. And then in school, I was one of 2 Black people when I was doing my undergrad, and then when I was doing my master's. So you're always sort of like code switching and like getting accustomed to, maybe not always like feeling as comfortable as you would if you were like kicking it with your family or your friends. So those are big things. I mean, those are the things that I would say were challenging, but they always also, I feel like, gave me a bit of an edge and a bit of an extra motivation to persevere and do well.
Yeah, no, that's it's always a challenge, especially when going into like a new field or a new area or something that's hasn't really been touched upon. So that's I can really imagine that. But going and leading into that, I want to know for any let's say for your younger self or anyone else in the future that might be watching this and wondering for some advice, what would you recommend, or what would you say?
Yeah, so I have two things. I think one would be like, be authentically you, and don't be afraid of what people might think. I was like historically what we would consider a tomboy growing up. I played a lot of sports, and my lifestyle was a little bit different, like because of that. I didn't have as much time to like play with, like hang out with friends, and even participate in the community when I was younger, because I was busy with basketball, and there were some things that you had to sacrifice, but then there were so many things that I gained from that. Like I was able to eventually like travel across the country and across the continent, playing and coaching. I was able to like create and develop other relationships and like actually imagine myself in a career in basketball, which is, if you're not on the playing side, is something that seems a bit crazy. So I think, if I didn't lean into my personality and who I was and stuff like that, I would have missed out on a lot of those opportunities. And then the second thing would be is don't let other people define who you are. And it sort of ties into that first thing, but for so long, like in school, mostly in school, and also like familial or like community pressures was like, oh, you're smart, you like science, you should be a doctor. But that was also like, we just didn't have the imagination to explore like other things. And if I had just set my sights on that, I think I would have been like really like down and stuff. If I thought I had to do that and then I like continuously wasn't able to do that. Like I applied once, I didn't get in. I was really upset because like, I was a high achieving person. I had never been like had that many, like had a roadblock where I wasn't able to succeed. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to try again, because, you don't necessarily always get in your first time. But then I found something else that I really liked, and I was happy with it. And it took a while to convince myself that this was okay for me to do, because I had like all of these like societal pressures that I felt like, oh, I had to go that path. So I would say like, if you're happy, if you're, healthy, if you're able to do things that you love, and obviously like have stability in your life, like keep going.
That sounds great. That's awesome. Yeah, well, Winta, thank you for taking the time to be with us. New Nakfa family, thank you for taking the time to be to listen to us. Well, Winta, if anyone wants to reach you, where should they go to reach out or follow you?
So if you want to follow me personally, I'm on Instagram at Winta D the PT. So that's Winta, my name, D, the letter, the PT. And then if you want to follow Maye Health, you can follow us on Instagram at Maye, like water, MAYE Health, or you can check out our website at www.mayehealth.com.
Thank you, and so long, guys. See you around.